So I know everyone hates a vertical video instead of a horizontal one, but in a tiny house it works a little easier. I'm just going to show real quick my my electrical that I've run, because I'm about to cover it up. So you have here the electrical box, goes to a 50 amp plug outside. It actually sticks out from the wall and I don't want to bend it more than that, so I'm gonna just create like a little shelf right there where it kind of opens up. So that part of the wall will come out just a little bit. I have 6 circuits in total. I probably didn't need that many, but I'm not very skilled at wiring, so I wanted to make sure that I ran enough circuits to kind of do the things I wanted it to do. So we have, first we have a circuit that I have going to this one, and then to those two and my TV. So that'll be a flat screen TV. Those two are just plugs for whatever I have in there, sewing machine, things like that. And this one is going to be for a small mini fridge. And then I have another circuit that then goes all around here. It goes to those, and then it pops up and goes into a plug in the very back there. And then lastly, that one kind of goes over the top and to another plug on the other side of the loft. I have another circuit. You can see this comes up into this junction box here, where inside there I have it then split off into multiple. So this is one circuit, but it's split off into multiple directions. So the first direction it goes is it goes around here, back up through here, and then it goes to 2 switches, or 3 switches, 2 here and 1 on the other side. So in the boys' bedroom, this will be just this is a simple switch, goes back up to there, and it goes to a plug. I actually did a plug because I'm going to be doing LED lighting. So it's going to be LED lighting around the top there, and this one actually goes to the fan vent combo. So it's a fan there and a fan light combo. It's a fan and a light, and then there's also a light that's going to be right here above the vanity. And then I have, from that same circuit, it then splits off, also going to a light switch right there, and goes to, once again, another plug, just a standard plug, and that's going to be LED lighting up there as well. The reason I'm choosing LED lighting is because it keeps the heat down, and since I have to worry about heat in such a small space, I'm doing LED lighting for everything. This last one goes right to here, goes all the way up, and it turns into, or it goes all the way down first, goes to my switches. So there's one switch there, and then one goes to here for my outside light, and then one goes back up to here for my ceiling lights, or for my ceiling fans, sorry. It's going to be ceiling fans and lights. And so that one circuit right there is all lights. And this circuit is the one that I showed you, where it goes to this side up here for the plugs over there on that side of the house. And then that circuit was the one that, let's see here, sorry, that circuit is the one that goes to the plugs on this side of the house. Let's see here, then we have this circuit right here, goes out here, comes up here, and that one then goes across all the way down here, and it goes into another splitter box, or a junction box. And I have it going out to several places. So I have it going down here to plug. I have it going to another plug there. Those are on a separate one, I'll tell you in a minute. Then it goes to another plug, and then it splits out here and it goes to plugs over here. It has, it goes up to a plug up there. So basically this circuit that came out of here is nothing more than just a junction box for plugs on this side of the house. And then we have these two remaining, and one of them goes to the AC and that plug, so they're both on one circuit. And then the other one goes to this plug and an external plug, and those would never be run at the same time. The external plug would be more for like outdoor power tools. This one is exclusively for the washer dryer combo that we're gonna have. So yeah, so I have the big things on a circuit of their own, things like that, and the washer dryer, or I'm sorry, and the AC. As far as wiring, what I use, I did 20 amp breakers on each of these. So each of these is 20 amp breakers. This is the main power. I did 100 amp, even though it's only gonna take 50 coming in. That's 100 amp because it was, you know, the breaker box I could find for the cheapest price. I have, you know, the 2 hots coming in. I have a neutral coming in, and then I have my ground over there, and that's all going into a plug that I bought. I mean, you can find those on Amazon, on eBay. They're pretty easy to find. 50 amp RV inlet. I have everything with the, whatchamacallit, the nail plates all over everything. So I get nail plates all over everything, so that way when I'm putting up my siding or my internal paneling, I don't accidentally do anything. I also ran a cable, you can see here. Ran a regular cable. I stopped to exit, have it exit the house, but I know a lot of RV parks actually have cable hookups, so have that. And then lastly, I have some speaker wire here, and I have that run across and down, and then it's going to sit on either side of the window here. And the reason I have that is because, you know, while it is a tiny house and you wouldn't really think you would need any sort of speakers, the problem is that the AC sits right there and it's quite loud in here. So if we want to be able to hear well without having it cranked up to a high volume, we're going to have speakers. So just kind of planning ahead. And the speaker wire was pretty cheap to run. Lastly, up there, I have this little tiny, and I'll show you. You have up there a light over there, and then a light over there. They're kind of hanging down. Those are LED lights. They're actually powered by an earlier post. You can see I have it, but it comes out to the roof right there. They're powered by a tiny little solar panel, and they're just little LED lights. And they also have a little box back in the back there, and that little box has the ability to charge up a phone, things like that. It doesn't have a ton of power going, you know, in it, but it's good for just little tiny LED lights like that. And if you want to kind of top off your power on your phone, and you know, for some reason you're without power. So it was a really inexpensive item to purchase, and I liked it. So all of my cable is run. I have now at this point I'm about to install some siding or some insulation. And once I get the insulation in, we're going to put paneling in. We're going to do it for the roof first, this whole front wall, and this wall all the way up to here. And then we're going to do it on this wall all the way up to here. Anything with plumbing in it, I have not yet tested the pressure in the plumbing, which is all of these walls down here. I have not yet tested the plumbing, and I have not yet installed my propane line that's going to run to the stove, which will be right here. I also have a vent fan that's going to be right there for the stove. But I haven't run those yet. The other part that's going to get done, hopefully today, is insulation and paneling all up here. So yeah, that's what I got working on for the next day. Thanks a lot.